Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So as usual, I have so much to show you, so let's just get going. So I decided to head to downtown Tacoma, not really to shop for the store, but to just kind of hang out. It was a beautiful day. If you ever get to come to Tacoma, you must go to McMenamins here on the left. It's a beautiful converted Masonic temple, and they just did such a wonderful job. It's full of art and murals and a lot of funkiness. So my first stop was to Lulu's and Company. I love this store. I've been shopping here way before I opened my own store. And what I loved about it is it always has such quirky, funky items. Like these boots are amazing. They were well over $200 though, so not for me. This necklace was only $7. I was actually tempted to get it for myself. I thought it was pretty interesting. Really an 80s vibe. Anyways, this building is really huge and they do have multiple vendors. And there's just a ton to look at. Look at this mirror. So pretty. And somebody put a transfer on it. I don't know what I would use one of those little crowns for, but I thought they were really pretty. Just little reproduction ones, but they were cute. And then these earrings were only $15. I have no need for big dangly earrings like that, but they are beautiful. And then I found this box. It was kind of a head scratcher for me because it looked newer on the inside, but then when I turned it over, the bottom looked aged. And this dog, I picked him up as well. I thought he was super cool. These green pants caught my eye. I thought they were just amazing. Are they from the 70s? They didn't feel like they were, but they definitely have that 70s vibe to them. So this particular store is called Haberdashery. I thought that was a clever name. And both the Haberdashery and Lulu's, as well as a bunch of other vintage stores, are all located on Broadway in Tacoma. So his store was so amazing. He had the most incredible selection of curated items and a really extensive collection of vintage sunglasses, including old Ray-Bans. It was just, even his card is cool, but it was just such a fun store, and I just loved looking at all the little objects, accessories, clothing. Look at a couple Louis Vuittons. He seemed to specialize more in men's clothing, which that would make sense. When I think of a haberdashery, I think of men's clothing. Or is a haberdasher a hat maker? Then after cruising around the antique stores, I went to Zen Ramen, which, my goodness, I absolutely adore their poke bowls. They are so delicious, so yummy, and they just feel like a healthy meal. I mean, look at that. It's got shrimp and avocado and vegetables and edamame and a crab salad. So good. And I love the interior of Zen Ramen. But going into the haberdashery just made me feel like I needed to go to the Goodwill bins. So that's what I did after lunch. And even though I wasn't there very long, look how much stuff I hauled out of there. I filled up a whole cart. And those vintage lampshades are super cool. They really have a 1940s feel to them. So my car was already packed, and somehow or another, I always make room for more. Then it was Friday, which is garage sale day in my world. And I picked up my sister. We actually hit, a few of them. But this particular one was probably my favorite. She had a lot of vintage and collectibles. I love those dominoes, but the set was not complete. She had a lot of pretty things. I don't know what this is, but I kind of wish I would have grabbed it. It looks like a teeny tiny TV. And I think these would have been great for resale. I'm not sure why I didn't grab them. Fake Coach bags. They're everywhere. But I did pick up that little purse that's actually made out of candy wrappers. I love the fun pops of color. There's a Roseville vase. I think she had a good price on that, but it had a chip. Just a lot of little cutesy things. And then I spotted this painting. I thought it was really pretty. They look like red dahlias, maybe? These look like Bakelite, but they turned out to just be wood. And then I saw this. So I wound up picking this up for 20 bucks. So that was such a great deal. I thought this was really pretty with the subdued colors and that kind of poppy painting on it. And aren't those sweet? They're just little paper dolls. And I spotted this heron, but it didn't turn out to be brass. I think it was like ceramic. And then we decided to go to one of my favorite thrift stores in Bremerton, Washington, called Abraham's Charity House. About once a month, they hold a 50% off sale. So everything in the store is 50% off. In a way, that's super clever because they literally make room for a ton of new stuff, and so their inventory is always fresh. I've found some really amazing things here, and you'll hear from the owner a little bit about their charity, which is really a wonderful service to the community. Look at those. I don't know anything about beer steins, but I thought those looked like they were really well made. And then this particular painting very much appealed to me. And so did these. These are definitely mid-century modern pieces done by an artist, but I just don't know enough about mid-century modern art and specifically like wood carvings to know anything about these. But I was rather intrigued by them. I did pick up these pillows. I mean, considering I got 2 for $6. And this tray was cool, but it was a little bit spendy at, even with 50% off, it would have been $20. So I've been in a couple times and I've picked up this lucite purse every time. And I would totally buy it, except it's missing the handle. So lots of pretty pastel-y things. And this was amazing. So $3.99, 50% off. That would have only been $200. This caught my eye because it's just wild looking. And does anybody need a hookah pipe? I don't know what these little bottles are used for, but I thought they were really pretty. And then I spotted this shelf, which I didn't buy that day, but I did wind up calling her and telling her I wanted it. Hey, so I'm at one of my favorite thrift stores, as you saw from the front, and this is Tina. She actually runs Abraham's House charity, and so I just want for you to tell like the viewers what you guys do.
Well, about 22 years ago now, we just had this vision that there needed to be a free charity in Kitsap County, and there wasn't. And so my husband and I just started this ground up, just grassroots. And today what's so cool is that the mission has never changed, but I think what makes us unique is that we sell 10% or less, and the rest of our donations are given away to people in need right here in our own community, our own backyards, and it's given away at no charge. So people can come here when they need beds and furniture and household goods and shop free. So the antiques and collectibles that people donate, their leftovers from estate sales, is what makes that possible. So,
cool, thank you, Tina. I'll share that with the viewers. Great. And then every once in a while they do 50% off everything in the store. So I already did a walkthrough. So all of that footage is going to be on the video.
Wonderful.
And of course the address is going to be down in the description.
Yes, cool.
Right.
Appreciate it.
Tina.
Thank you, bye.
It is a hot summer day, in case I look like I'm steaming. I decided that I really like the cottage core aesthetic. I actually really love the lifestyle. It's something that I aspire to live a slower, easier paced life and to enjoy nature more and to do things that are handcrafted and do cooking. I don't bake because I would eat it all, but otherwise I would bake as well. But I do have a lot of cottage core items to show you. I hope you enjoy this video, which is a little bit different. So let's get started. Since a lot of my purchases are starting to run together, the items I show you may be in random order, but I had to pick up this beautiful candy tin box. It is so pretty. I'm trying to open it up. It is so pretty to put in your little trinkets or your jewelry or notes. I love this beautiful kind of coral color with the gold. I've had boxes like these in the past and I've listed them for $20 to $25 and they sell whether they're in the store or online. So that's a really pretty one. Here's another really pretty piece. I picked this up at an estate sale. It's a very petite mirrored glass tray with these little feet on them. It's very dainty, but it's perfect to put your perfumes on. So very pretty and very vintage. So I may list this online and I may also take it to the store. I think I'm gonna do online. It even has these beautiful glass purple beads on the corners. I've never seen that. But I will price this at probably $55 because it is very vintage and it is very pretty. And then these ones are a little bit bigger, but I like them because they have these overlays. This one has a gold overlay with, look at the stopper on that. That is so pretty. So this one is an older piece and I will mark that at probably $30 to $35. And then this one is not nearly as old and I'll just probably put maybe like, I don't know, maybe like $10, $15 on it, but they're both very pretty. Then the other thing I picked up from that sale is this. Is that not beautiful? I think it was meant to hold stamps. There's 3 little compartments in here. It's brass. I can't tell the age, but I'm gonna say it's probably early before the 1920s by the design of it. And I'm not sure what to price this at, so I would have to do some research. But, you know, I feel like maybe $75. I've never seen a stamp holder so like that. So anyways, super pretty. Oh, here's that other little tiny bottle. Super, really cute. And then these are kind of funny. They're 2 little brass kitties and they have these little bowls. So I think they're to hold incense. Whenever I see brass animals, I always pick them up because they are very popular. People like to buy them. So this particular box I picked up at Lulu's. That is such a fun store. Look how fancy this box is. It really has like a cottage core vibe to it. Very Victorian. I am having a really hard time making out the age. That has some numbers on the bottom. So to me, when I looked at it, I really thought it was a newer piece, but then I look on the bottom and the bottom to me looks older. So it's hard for me to date. And this is what's called a casket box. So you could keep your trinkets in there, your jewelry, but very, very pretty. I'm gonna mark this at $55. That seems to be the magic number today. Let me show you some art. So this is very cottage core. It's this beautiful pink oil painting. pink roses, very pretty. I'm gonna date this, I would say probably like anywhere between 1920 and 1940, 1950. I paid $7.99 for it, and I will put it online for $75, and that's what I would mark it at this store as well. And then where I got the perfume bottles, I also got this really sweet little brass frame with this little bouquet of painted flowers. So the frame looks really cheap. It looks like it's plastic, but it's not. It's actually brass. So it's a beautiful frame. It's a beautiful subject matter, very sweet. And on this one, I'm gonna put $35. The last painting is really more mid-century modern than it is cottagecore, but it is a landscape. It's a beautiful landscape in yellows and greens and browns. And this one I paid $11.99 for. It'll go to the store and I will put $85. It is an older oil painting, as you can see from the age in the back. So I think $85 is very fair for that. Look at this beautiful tablecloth. It's so sweet with this beautiful floral design of these irises. This tablecloth came right out of the 1940s or 1950s. These were so well taken care of that they still survive to this day. This will go to the store and I will put $30 on it. I also picked up this piece of very heavy brocade with a cotton backing on it. It is very, very cottagecore. I mean, I think cottagecore has more of a lighter background behind florals, but that is straight up very Victorian, granny chic, cottagecore, shabby chic, whatever it is that you want to call it. This one's already listed online. I can't remember what I priced it at. Maybe 45, maybe 55. I can't remember, but super cute. I have to show you the prettiest thing. Look at this little box. Is that not the prettiest box? How could you ever throw that away? I'm gonna sell these as a lot, and I have to show you what's in this box. Look at that. So pretty. Is that not so adorable? All of these vintage cards. Look at that with the little lamb. This one for a baby. But this whole box with all of these little cards, not one of them has any writing in them. It looks like somebody basically would stockpile these, right? For when they needed them. And then they would pull one out. Look at that one. It folds out. It's adorable. So cute. Look at this one. So because none of these were used and they are in mint condition, I will probably put $35 or $40 for the box that still even has the envelopes in them. Ready for the next cottagecore piece? Look at this dress. So this is a beautiful long dress. It's got buttons from the bottom to the very top. I'm getting ready to do an Instagram post and I'm gonna feature this dress, but for a particular reason. I picked up 2 of these, and a couple of days before I picked them up, I had a customer come in specifically asking for this style of dress that buttons from the top to the bottom and kind of has a gathered waist and an A-line skirt. And I told her that I would be on the lookout and that when I found them, I would post them on Instagram. And so just a few days later, I did find them, and I haven't had a chance to post them on Instagram, but I'm gonna do that today. And I'm gonna give her a shout out, and I hope she follows my Instagram account so she can see that I did pick them up for her. The last few items aren't cottage core, but they are right along the genre that I favor, which is boho. So let me just show you those. Look at the blanket. Is this not amazing? This is a wool blanket that came from Guatemala with this wonderful design. This would be amazing, maybe not in the middle of summer, but in the winter, on the back of a couch or on a bed. I picked it up for $10. I haven't done any research on it, so I'm not quite sure what to price it at, but it's a very beautiful blanket, and I know it'll be in high demand. The other item I picked up at Lulu's is this brass dog. I don't know, he kind of has this mid-century modern look to him. And he almost looks like a dog that looks like a cat. But I liked that it was on this wooden vase. I liked how unusual it is. And I had to buy him. So he will probably go online, and I'll probably mark him at $38. And I'm sure somebody will nab him, because like I said, people love their brass animals. I also picked up this jumbo size wicker basket, which right now has shoes that I'm getting ready to take to the store. But it's a jumbo size wicker basket. It's perfect for storage, and it makes a very pretty decorative accent. And then my very last piece is this cool vintage suitcase with this beautiful psychedelic flower pattern in blue and green and purple. It's so mod, it's so cool. I had taken it to the store and I marked it at $30, but I think I need to put it online because I think it'll sell really quickly. So that is it for me. I'm gonna go run through the sprinkler. If you get out to go junking, I hope you find some fabulous things, and I will see you next week.